I'm Oren. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Eyeview. I was a computer developer from a very young age. My mom is an entrepreneur, so she used to take me with her to work when I was 12 and just like sit me in the developer's room and got me coding. I worked in probably every position possible before I started Eyeview that is needed in order to create a company like Eyeview. Filming and directing and editing, which got me into creative and video animation software. I think it's important for leaders to have passion because that's the X factor that makes us more than just corporate and makes us innovate. If you do not have passion, you're not going to survive the crazy roller coaster which is a startup. So writing emails and creating presentations at 4 a.m. when your kid's crying and you got to go to have a meeting in the other side of the country, and being on in shitty hotels and in coach in the end when the plane's going like this and you're like, why the hell am I doing this? The only reason that you'll do it and lead and win is because of passion. So I can tell you for sure I had no passion at school, and I had no passion at university, and some jobs I didn't have a passion to, but some job I had huge passion towards. So I think it's kind of an X factor that you feel a good connection and it drives you. You want to be at a place that you are joining a group that is trying to make something that's bigger than your job. So, and you want to take part in the thing, not necessarily in your role. So if you need to change roles 2 months after you started, great. Definitely do not work at a place that you have no passion for. Don't take a role that you don't think you have a passion for, and don't. And it's bad for everyone if someone comes into a role or a space or a company where he doesn't feel passionate about. It's important for a leader to get shit done, because if he doesn't, others will, and then the company wouldn't succeed. If you don't get shit done, you're not going to go anywhere. I think it requires managing. It just doesn't happen by itself. It's about putting goals, measurement. Every meeting starts with why are we here, what's the goal we want to get from the meeting, and what do we try to get, and we know how to get there. Measure everything we do, quarterly basis, monthly basis, sometimes daily basis. And if you're a bit laid back and and you don't like that quick vibe of getting stuff done, getting shit done all the time, it's probably not a good fit. I think open communication is really important in leaders, because honesty and truthfulness and openness is really appreciated by employees, by pretty much everyone around you. The startup community and business, I think, is getting more and more honest and transparent. I really like sharing the board meetings, the cash status, the raising with everyone, and whereas I think it's only good. And at some points where the company had less success, now we're doing very well, but it's always kind of a roller coaster. Once people understand and see the truth of how everything is, they get more on board and they actually feel more connected. So I think coming to people, I think 2 years ago, and says, look, we have a problem with cash, we gotta it's gonna take a while until we raise. If it's cutting down salary a bit or cutting expenses, and people say, well, I understand why the business is like that and I'm willing to do it. So I mean, it's a mix of everything, but this open communication creates an alignment, and it goes the same way when things are good. Removing amount of processes and meetings by just being open, I think, gets us moving faster. So I think each person needs to, one hand, tell people what they're working on, work together, tell the person above him what they're working on, and share with the company, and you gotta communicate up, down, sideways. It just makes us more efficient. And if you're curious and you know what other people are working on, and you ask more and you do more, then definitely you'll be better. You really need to manage the shit you get done.